Today we're going to be talking about 3 life lessons you could learn from the Eternals movie. How's it going, guys? drtankpharmd here, board certified practicing pharmacist and personal health coach, helping action takers like you take back control of their lives and emotional health. And although I am a practicing medicine specialist, I'm not your specialist. So if you have any questions regarding your condition, please see your doctor. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. It helps me a lot, lets me know these videos are helpful. Let's get into it. Before we get started, huge spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the movie yet, check it out. If not, this is your last warning. So after watching Eternals, I was very so-so about it. I mean, I didn't love it, but it wasn't the worst Marvel movie ever. Thor 2. It was an ambitious project with a lot of character development. And it had a lot of characters to develop. So I'm not talking about how well the movie did, or what it means to the entire Marvel universe. There are other videos for that. What I am talking about is how this movie can help you. But there are 3 life lessons I want to pull from this movie that'll help us all learn. If not, it's a good reminder. The first life lesson in this movie is that fear can prevent us from doing the things that are most important to us. As the movie starts out in modern time, Cersei, one of the main characters, is celebrating a birthday with her significant other. He asks her to move in with him. She hesitates and comes up with an excuse. He also brings up other things in her lives that he questions about. She just brushes them off. He says he knows about it because her friend Sprite has brought it up before. Later in the evening, Cersei and Sprite are talking, and they're discussing the reality of the situation is that even though they will live forever because they are Eternals, the human significant other of Cersei is gonna pass away one day because he's human. We find out that Cersei has a history. Her ex had left her a long time ago, and he didn't leave with an explanation. When somebody breaks up with you and leaves without warning, it's bound to leave an impact on you. For her, we find out that she's still affected by it. So much so that she has trouble making a commitment to her new significant other. This shows us that fear can prevent us from doing things that are very important to us, like taking the next step with a significant other. She's bound by fear. She hasn't made an important step to opening up to her significant other, even though they realize they're important to each other. This could also happen to you. If your fear is holding you back, this could be a huge problem in your relationship. That's why I developed the Emotional RX program, where you deal with your emotions in the moment. You have the tools to help you take back control from your emotions so that you don't make decisions that you could regret for the rest of your life. The second life lesson we learn is that if you're clear about your priorities, the actions you need to take are also very clear. Once the Eternals found out that they defeated all the deviants and they separated with their own ways to live amongst humankind, some of them developed relationships with them. They realized they loved humankind and what they do, which is us, basically. There's a quote from the movie that says,
when you love something, you protect it.
It's the love of humanity that drove the Eternals to protect them from the celestial birth. It was also the love of Cersei that drove Icarus to do what he had to do, even though his duty was to protect the celestial. And this could apply to you as well. If you love something or make it a priority, you know what you have to do to protect that priority. If you care about family, you make it a priority and you make time and make the effort to show how important it is to you. If something isn't a priority, you will not make time for it. What you could do is figure out your top 2 priorities. Make those number 1 and number 2 in your life. If anything gets in the way of those 2, you have to push it aside. If those 2 are an important priority in your life, you make time for it. You protect it because you love it. The third thing to learn from the Eternals movie is that you have to make your purpose your own. At the start of the movie, the Eternals learn that they're there on Earth to defend the Earth from deviants. When the deviants were all defeated, they were still on Earth for some reason. So what they did was they went their own paths, found their own purpose. But they found out the deviants came back, so they reunited to start defeating them, only to learn that maybe that wasn't their purpose. They find out that their purpose is coming, and they're not sure of what it is because their purpose is designated by their god. The god didn't tell them what their purpose was at first, so they were confused and lost. They later find out their purpose was to protect the Celestial, only to find out that that wasn't true either. Finally, they find out that their purpose is to protect the Celestial because the Celestial lives in the Earth so that the Earth provides an energy source for it. As a result, everybody dies on Earth. This constant shifting of purpose brings a lot of confusion to the characters. They don't know what they're doing, they're wandering around. And actually, that's how it felt for about the first hour of the movie. To make matters worse, their purpose was entirely based on one god's decision. And the god wasn't clear on that purpose either. The one time they were truly happy was when they were living their own lives, finding their own purpose. So what does that tell you? It tells you can't rely your purpose on someone else. Sure, as a kid, your purpose is dependent on your parents. But as you grow older, you have to find your own purpose. You can't always rely on your parents to dictate what your purpose is. And I see this in a lot of families as well, where the parents dictate the kids' purpose, and the children aren't happy. So the children end up wandering for a long time, or doing what they're told and not being fulfilled. So ultimately, you have to find your own purpose, even if it takes the rest of your life. Otherwise, your life will not have the meaning that you want. So there you have it, guys. 3 life lessons from the Eternals movie. What do you guys think? Are there other life lessons in this movie? Let me know in the comments below. If you're looking to recover your emotional health and want to know the top 3 mistakes people make, check out the free ebook in the link below. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and until next time, guys, be healthy.